Welcome to Chanel. In this video, I will summarize the storyline of the Donghua Dong Qian Kun series in part 2. Okay, let's get straight to the point. Without lingering, let's go straight to the story. In the previous part, the Lei clan invited the Lin clan to discuss business cooperation for mutual benefit. But in the end, it was also revealed that the head of the Lei clan actually had an evil plan, namely, wanting to monopolize everything. In their feud, Ying, the head of the Blood Wolf sect, sided with the head of the Lei clan because he was promised a sizable profit. But unfortunately, in that attempt, Lin Dong managed to defeat him. Sometime after that battle, the Blood Wolf sect, led by Wei Tong, set out to exact revenge on the Lin clan for the death of Ying. Lin Jintian's grandfather attempted to explain that it was Ying's fault for interfering and assisting the Lei clan leader in oppressing his clan. He then took a more peaceful approach, asking what needed to be done so that Wei Tong could forget his grudge. Wei Tong replied that he wanted the person who killed Ying and the Lin clan's gem mine turned over to him, and he wanted everyone in the Lin clan to be willing to become his slaves. Obviously, Lin Jintian's grandfather also didn't agree with this, so in the end, the fight was inevitable. Unfortunately, Wei Tong, who had reached the upper Yuan Dan level, could easily beat Lin Jintian's grandfather. Until finally Lin Dong came and declared that he would defeat Wei Tong alone, considering that he was the one who should be responsible for Ying's death. Without further ado, Wei Tong immediately launched his attack, starting with agility. Lin Dong used the blue needle technique as a foothold to fly. Several volleys of arrows were fired in an attempt to knock Lin Dong down, including using arrows coated with aura, but he can avoid them very easily. Finally, Lin Dong definitely offered a deal for 3 months from now and said he was willing to fight to the death with Wei Tong. If he loses, he will be ready to take any punishment and will be willing to give up the assets of the Lin clan's lumber business. But if he wins, then the problem of avenging Ying's death will be considered over. At first, Wei Tong refused because he thought that he and his army were enough to defeat the Lin clan on their own. But after seeing Lin Yan's anger and Lin Dong's ability to beat and almost kill Wei Dong's subordinates, Wei Tong finally accepted. But he thought that 3 months was too long, so Wei Tong wanted to cut it to just 2 months. After leaving the people of the Blood Wolf sect, Lin Dong's father and grandpa seemed worried about the deal, which they thought was too risky because it put the fate of their clan at risk. But Lin Dong brushed off those fears by saying that he would try his best, thinking that he should be held responsible in this case. He then asked for permission to go to the city earlier to study martial arts there more. But actually, he also has a reason that he keeps secret, which is to find a way to train the fox stone in his hand so that he can fully control it. The next day, Lin Dong said goodbye to everyone, even though it looked like his younger sister didn't want her older brother to go alone. Soon, Lin Dong was riding a horse to the city. When he got to the city, he found out from someone that there would be an auction of antiques for the nobles. Lin Dong, who was interested, planned to go to the auction in hopes of finding good things that could be useful in the future. Capitalized with a few gems that he brought, Lin Dong also changed his appearance to be worthy of entering the auction attended by these nobles. When he got there, Lin Dong ran into Yandashi's grandfather, who had been invited as a guest, who had come with the auction committee, named Su. At the time of the auction, Lin Dong was interested in a rare plant that could increase one's spiritual strength. Everyone was shocked because Lin Dong was the one who offered him such a high price. On the other side, Grandfather Yandashi was very surprised when he felt that Lin Dong's energy had really grown by leaps and bounds. After the auction, Su took Lin Dong to see Grandpa Yandashi in a meeting room. Before they left, they felt the presence of a spy, who had noticed early on that they had been following Lin Dong. At that meeting, Yandashi's grandfather again asked Lin Dong to be his student so he could improve Lin Dong's seal of life technique. Lin Dong politely turned down the offer and said that he had improved it. Everyone was completely amazed that Lin Dong was able to do this in such a short amount of time. Only then was it explained that the life seal was the basis of mental strength for adepts. These seals are divided into 3 types: life seals, earthly seals, and divine seals. Life seals are the most common, while the strongest seal is the divine seal, which is said to have power beyond human reason. Long story short, Lin Dong was willing to share information about his clan's problem with the Blood Wolf sect as well as his agreement to fight life and death against Wei Tong. Hearing this, Xian Su informed him that there was a divine pool filled with pure yin and yang energy from the source of the pool. It was said that if one entered the pool, one could increase one's spiritual strength, and the good news was that the existence of the heavenly pool had recently been discovered. But unfortunately, the location of the pool is in the border area of the village with other clans and is still being disputed. Xian Su was then also told that a tournament had been agreed upon, where the winner had the right to take pure energy from the pool. Lin Dong, without thinking too much, agreed to participate in the tournament. Another time, Lin Dong went back to the Stone Fox dimension, but strangely, the black shadow that had always been his training tool was no longer there. He also tried to focus on finding the source of the problem. And all of a sudden, there was a white shadow that turned out to be the White Fox herself. The White Fox then introduced himself, saying that he was the reincarnation of a celestial demon named Lin Diao the Fox Demon, and the owner of this dimension. He also says that he used to be very strong because of the stone. But as time went on, the stone actually drained his spiritual energy until it became very weak. Finally, he was forced to live hidden inside a rock so that his soul wouldn't die. The Fox Demon then said that if Lin Dong didn't want to end up in the same situation, he should fill the energy stone with pure energy. Lin Dong immediately thought of the heavenly pool, which was said to be filled with pure energy. Remember that in the tournament for the heavenly pool, he can't rely on the power of the Fox Stone because it needs to be charged. The Fox Demon invites him to a place where there is an object called a mental disc. Although this thing could be a shortcut to increasing spiritual power, but the risk was also extremely dangerous. That is, if, in the process, Lin Dong was unable to endure the pain, then his spiritual power would vanish and could no longer be recovered. Without much thought, Lin Dong also wanted to give it a try and was willing to take all possible risks. And sure enough, he felt a lot of pain while doing it. Lin Dong finally got through the process by being very determined, and as a result, his mental strength grew a lot. After that, the Fox Demon told Lin Dong to eat the medicinal grass he had bought earlier so that his state and mental energy would quickly recover. Because after this, he'll teach him a new method called the conch drill method. The next day, Lin Dong came to a place where everyone at the auction was gathered. There also came Ziyu and a man called Louis. Then it was Xian Su who introduced Lin Dong to the owner of the auction house, known as Xiao Wanjin. He explained that Ziyu, Louis, and Lin Dong would be competing with other fighters for the divine pool. Long story short, they went together to the tournament. Upon arrival, they encountered an opposing team of representatives from the Blood Wolf sect, whom a man named Yusan knew with his 2 children by his side. On the right was Yu Feng, and on the left was Yu Lin. Behind them was a mercenary named Jiangli. Explained that they were not ordinary combatants, for they had already reached the late-stage Divine Yuan level. In the first round, Ziyu advanced using a sword to fight against Yu Lin with her whip weapon. So far, the fight between these 2 women looks pretty even. They attacked and cried, relying on their respective weapons. But in the end, the short battle was won by Ziyu by successfully pointing her sword right at Yu Lin's neck. In the second round, Yu Feng stepped forward as the next representative, while Lin Dong, who looked hesitant, was immediately replaced by Li Yui, who was willing to go first with his spear weapon. In the middle of the battle, the fox demon sensed a surge of energy from within the divine pool. Out of curiosity, he sneaked in using his astral projection and then entered the pool to examine the energy anomaly. But because he only used his astral form, he couldn't dive too deep. Back in the battle arena, it is shown that the opposing team's representative can win the battle in this round. The next fight was the decisive round, where Lin Dong would be the last hope of being able to obtain the rights to the divine pool. With a slightly teasing tone, Xian Su encouraged him to win the decisive battle. On the other side, Jiangli, a mercenary, stepped forward to confront Lin Dong. At the start of the fight, Jiangli said that this would be a fight to the death. So if you want to give up, this is the time. But Lin Dong was not the least bit daunted by the threat, and immediately prepared to get into his stance. The first attack, he can cry easily, followed by several attack moves, which he also launched to try to find weak points in his opponent's defense. So far, it seems that the two of them are still balanced, until finally they pitted the power of their auras against each other. Was quite worried seeing Jiangli's strength, which had reached the heavenly yuan level. But no less shocking, they witnessed Lin Dong's high level of mental energy being able to instantly stop his opponent's movements, followed by the rush of aura's needles, which troubled Jiangli even more. Even trying a melee attack was useless because Lin Dong's mental energy pressure could forcefully blow him away. When everyone thought Lin Dong had won the match, Jiangli got to his feet with a fiery red aura. It turns out he mastered a secret technique that allows someone to convert blood into energy. This makes his strength increase rapidly in a few moments, even though this technique is considered very dangerous and carries a very high risk. Several attacks were launched that only Lin Dong could avoid. Even the rush of aura needles didn't work anymore. As a finishing move, Jiangli focused his energy in his hand to make a deadly attack that looked like a giant red hand. While Lin Dong prepared with his new technique taught by the fox demon, namely the conch drill technique. The clash of powerful techniques produced waves that shook heaven and earth. But when the dust cleared, one saw Jiangli, who had been suppressed by Lin Dong's 4 needle strikes, which were aimed straight at his neck. Thus, it was Lin Dong who emerged victorious and had the right to the divine pool. After the victory, the three of them dove into the pool to absorb as much spiritual energy as they could. However, compared to others, Lin Dong's energy absorption technique was much slower. The fox demon actually laughed at him because the bathing time was limited, so the fox demon made a deal with Lin Dong. That is, he would help him absorb spiritual energy quickly on the condition that, when it was finished, Lin Dong had to be willing to go down to the bottom of the pond to see the strange energy source of the heavenly pond. Without even thinking, Lin Dong agreed to the deal the fox demon made. And sure enough, after receiving the assistance of the fox demon, very quickly energy rushed into Lin Dong. Even the effects of the process were felt above the pool, where a gigantic whirlpool appeared. After the absorption process, as agreed, Lin Dong descended to the bottom of the pond to check the source of the heavenly pool's energy. Down there, Lin Dong found a demonic python jade that was in a sealed state. At first, Lin Dong did not want to disturb her and intended to leave immediately. But the fox demon tried to persuade him by saying that this was not dangerous because this demon was injured. He also explained that the source of the spiritual energy that was partially absorbed earlier came from the yin and yang pearls that were behind the demon's soul. Fox Demon then added that if Lin Dong managed to obtain the pearl, then in only a short time Lin Dong would be able to reach the Yuan Dan level. However, because the pearl was enveloped in a devil's soul, the fox demon had to suck it in first so that Lin Dong could take it. He then instructed Lin Dong to transfer some of his energy so that the eyes were strong enough to do so. When the absorption process took place, suddenly the devil's seal was destroyed, so that the python demon was now free. And finally, the fight was inevitable. Here, the fox demon was trying to distract the python so that Lin Dong would have enough time to retrieve the pearl. However, it was Lin Dong who was still hesitating and completely lacked the courage to approach. Finally, the fox demon used a backup plan, which was to enter Lin Dong's hands again. Lin Dong first assumed that the fox demon had duped him. However, after a time, a wave of energy emitted from his hands, revealing a fox demon in its real form, that of a large fire dragon. He rapidly incinerated the python demon with a flash of fire, then absorbed it. After they all got back, Xiao Wenjin and the others were worried about Lin Dong's pale look because he had taken in too much energy from the divine pool. But Lin Dong brushed off those worries by saying that he was fine. Lin Dong emphasized that as long as he could quickly level up and beat Wei Tong of the Blood Wolf sect, he would be willing to do anything. During the talk, Xiao Wenjin said that the Blood Wolf sect was also an enemy of his. Since Lin Dong had helped him get the holy pool, he was also ready to help in any way. At the end of the conversation, Xiansu gave Lin Dong a rare book from yesterday's auction that had secret techniques in it. Lin Dong could study the book to get ready to beat Wei Tong. In the evening, Lin Dong read the book Xiansu had given him to help him control the energy he had taken in earlier. He then goes back to his fox dimension. There, he saw his reflection, and Yang has now gotten over it. Even that shadow had opened up the spiritual energy flow of the 22nd vein level. Then he immediately imitated the movement of the shadow, and right away he was able to open the flow of spiritual energy at the 22nd vein level. It was now time for him to put the ink pearl he had obtained from the heavenly pool to use. First, he attempts to clean the pearl with his own energies. Even though he failed the first time, he persisted until he was able to neutralize the pearl with all of his might. He then swallowed it right away. It can be seen that the turmoil of his spiritual power has increased rapidly. Even his life seal had now finally in two. With this, he is very confident that, in the fight later, he can beat Wei Tong. The next day, Xiansu took Lin Dong to the auction venue, saying that there was someone who wanted to see him. There came Lin Dong's extended family, namely, Qing Tan, his father, and his grandfather. After Xiansu left, the grandfather suddenly attacked Lin Dong with the intention of testing his grandson's strength. And after a clash of powers, the results were truly shocking. Because Lin Dong had reached the early Yuan Dan level. His grandfather then told him that in the history of the Lin clan, Lin Dong was the youngest person to reach that level. Long story short, the day of the fight had come, where Lin Dong had to face off against Wei Tong of the Blood Wolf sect in a life-or-death battle. Everyone had come to watch their fight, including Lin Dong's family. But they didn't know that there was a spy from Wei Tong's side behind them. When their names were called, Lin Dong and Wei Tong rushed into the battle arena.
Woo! Superhero landing!
Here, Wei Tong was quite surprised to see Lin Dong's strength grow. He had also reached the early Yuan Dan level. Wei Tong then moved forward to start his attack, which was met right away by Lin Dong. But unfortunately, Wei Tong's increase in strength was just as impressive. He was able to push Lin Dong down almost to the point where he fell outside the arena. But it turns out that their battle arena is protected by some kind of mental energy barrier that keeps the fighters from getting away. This is considered fair because they have said they will battle fight to the death. Wei Tong again launched his attack, which was a heavy blow after another, while Lin Dong here looked overwhelmed by the pressure that was being exerted. So far, it seemed that Wei Tong was the one controlling the battle. Technique after technique Lin Dong launched at Wei Tong, but it had no effect at all. It was he who actually received a heavy punch from Wei Tong that went straight to his chest. There were loud cheers from the spectators who doubted Lin Dong, which made their side even more anxious that Lin Dong would not be able to survive. Because there was no other choice, Lin Dong immediately prepared his strongest move, namely the conch drill technique, to try to end the fight. Actually, Lin Dong's attack could have overpowered Wei Tong. But Wei Tong uses cunning means by having his spies take Qing Tan hostage, thus making Lin Dong lose his concentration. Yan Daxi's grandfather tries to help by trying to get close to the spy. On the other side of the arena, Lin Dong was completely unable to focus on fighting because he saw his little sister in danger. As a result, many attacks from Wei Tong came to. At a crucial moment, he remembered that the divine needle technique he used to beat Ying could break through the mental energy barrier. Then he took out the conch drill again and pretended to attack Wei Tong, but what he really did was sneak a divine needle to penetrate the spiritual barrier of the arena to help Qing Tan. When the spy was about to try to attack Qing Tan again, Yan Daxi's grandfather helped defeat him. Now that his sister had survived, Lin Dong could focus on fighting Wei Tong again. With emotional feelings that really have reached their peak, Lin Dong started to fight seriously. After receiving the onslaught of attacks from Lin Dong, Wei Tong was completely exhausted, and he also admitted defeat. However, Lin Dong instead said that this was a fight to the death, and that the battle was not over if either side died. The story then shifts to a few months later. Lin Dong's triumph against the Blood Wolf sect had made the Lin clan immensely well known across the city. Aside from that, the Lin clan had formed an alliance with Xiao Wanjin's auction company. Lin Dong was now at Grandpa Yan Daxi's house, having tea with him while using telekinesis to pour tea into glasses. After that, Yan Daxi's grandfather explained that he thought that Lin Dong's mental strength might be on par with his own, that is, the mental strength of the fourth tier, which even Grandpa Yan Daxi had no chance of achieving. The scene switches to a mountain peak, showing a man with a sword in his hand. This man had very strong mental strength, shown when, using his sword slash, he was able to split the mountain without hurting the butterfly that crossed the path of his attack. After that, he was approached by a messenger bird, who brought him a letter containing something about the discovery of a Nirvana cultivator's tomb. In another place, a woman who is seen walking on water also gets a similar message from a lotus flower. So what's the next story? And that's the end of the story of Donghua Wu Dong Qian Kun in part 2. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video to the end. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe so that this channel can grow and provide even more entertainment for all of you. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time for my video. Bye.